Hello! Welcome to Adventures in TV Land. For today's adventure, I made a stop here in Kansas City to see the site, the former site, of Municipal Stadium. Now this is part of right here where Municipal Stadium was. It is now Monarch Plaza. You read underneath there, it says historic site of the Municipal Stadium. In addition to the historical markers here, there is also a butterfly garden here, part of the park. Municipal Stadium had several names throughout its existence here. It was home to the Kansas City Blues, which was a minor league team of the New York Yankees, I believe, as well as the Kansas City Monarchs, which were a very strong in their division and everything of the Negro Leagues. The Kansas City Monarchs actually hosted the first Negro Leagues World Series here as well. They were the first team, and they did it before professional baseball did, Major League Baseball, but they were the first team in baseball to have night games because they had lights. They had these portable lights and things that were brought in. And here is a placard here. It shows you are here. You're where the tickets were, where you got your tickets and everything. It's got a timeline there. The stadium opened in 1923. Is, I guess, pronounce it Muehlbach Field in honor of George Muehlbach, who owned the minor league Blues. 1924, Kansas City Monarchs won the Negro Leagues World Series here. 1937, the stadium's name changed to Ruppert Stadium in honor of the Yankees owner Jacob Ruppert. In 1939, Lou Gehrig played his final game in a Yankees uniform here. The Yankees came to town and they played a exhibition game against the Blues, I believe. And Lou Gehrig, that was the final time he was in a Yankees uniform. He retired 10 days later after being diagnosed with ALS. In 1955, with 43, the ballpark was changed to Blue Stadium, the name, and then in 55 it had its final name, Municipal Stadium. An upper deck was added. This was the first field for the place where the Kansas City Chiefs played. The Beatles played a concert here. Several other historic events. And it was torn down in 1976. There's a placard about the monarch butterflies you can see around here. Well, here is a historical marker about this site. I won't read the entire thing. It's quite lengthy. A lot of it I've already discussed there. It talks about the name changes of the stadium, who played here, different teams. Well, actually the Royals played here as well. Now the back side of the marker has more information. The longest game in NFL history was played here after it was a second, it was against, well, it's a playoff game, played in the APS division playoff game that would last deep into the second overtime period. It was the Chiefs against the Miami Dolphins. Miami won 27-24 after 82 minutes and 40 seconds of gameplay. Now here, along here, you see there, you've got some historical markers of famous sports players that played here. We'll take a look at those. Amos Otis played for the Kansas City Royals. John Mayberry, also a player for the Kansas City Royals. Bobby Bell, he was a player for the Kansas City Chiefs. Willie Lanier, I'm not for sure how you pronounce his last name. I'm not familiar with him, but he was a player for the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's Jackie Robinson, who before He played for Major League Baseball for the Dodgers. He played for the Kansas City Monarchs. Otis Taylor, a player for the Kansas City Chiefs. John Thomas Wyatt, who played for the Kansas City Athletics, formerly the Philadelphia Athletics. Buck O'Neil, who played for the Kansas City Monarchs. He was eventually, later on, he became the first non-white coach of the Chicago Cubs, and he is also really the founder of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum in Kansas City. And lastly here is Satchel Paige. Perhaps, I mean, it's arguably, but he was one of the best, if not the best pitchers in all of baseball. Ranks right up there with Cy Young and Nolan Ryan. He could pitch any pitch imaginable, pretty much. And Page played for the Kansas City Monarchs. He also played professionally for the Kansas City Athletics. It's difficult to imagine now, but at one time there was a sports stadium here. This right here was the ticket area, and it's far down that block that way, and it's far down that block that way. There's a sports field. Now there are homes here, probably even a few businesses. Well, this has been another adventure in TV land where we visited the former site of Municipal Stadium here in Kansas City, Missouri. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you disliked, hit the dislike button. Subscribe to my channel for further content and ring that bell for email notifications. And if there's some place that you would like to see me visit, or you have a suggestion about some future video you would like to see me do, leave a comment in the comment section. And if you've enjoyed this adventure, or any of the adventures in TV land, you can help support this channel by going to either Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon and becoming either a member there or making a donation at one of those sites. You could also hit the super like button down below, the little heart with the $sign, and half of that money, it goes to creators, so you can support the channel that way as well. Thank you for watching. Until next time, that's a wrap!